Hi friends. Today I'm going to do a tarot reading. I just got this new tarot deck, the Herbal Tarot, and I'm just having fun. Disclaimer, I'm an astrologer. That's where I feel confident. I kind of just like to play with tarot. I don't have full confidence in giving readings for other people, but I like doing it by donation sometimes or just for fun. And I do it for myself almost every day. I don't super resonate with the conflation of herbs and cards a lot of the time, but sometimes I do. And sometimes it just seems random and for fun, like a fun chaos. So I pulled the cards already. I shuffled the deck and I have them laying out here. I just make up the spreads. This isn't a certain kind of spread. So this is for the weekend. And so the first card I pulled is describing us, like me, like how am I feeling, how am I doing. So I'll say this cards in the spread are me, challenge, opportunity, growth, energy surrounding you might not be aware of it, guidance, and then the bottom of the deck. So for me overall, who am I, what is my archetype, your archetype, our archetype for the weekend? Page of Swords, which is dill. And it looks like I don't really know dill that well. But from this picture it looks like it's in the carrot family. Carrot, fennel, or fennel, maybe I shouldn't say anything. Kind of looks like fennel. But it kind of also looks like, I don't know if those are seeds or flowers, so maybe I shouldn't say anything. It does look kind of like fennel though, if that's seeds. Yeah, so anyway, Page of Swords, so that's like the youthful air energy, and we're on the last few days of Gemini right now. The sun moves into Cancer on Tuesday with the summer solstice. That's what summer solstice is when the sun moves into 0 degrees Cancer. Cardinal water, but it's summer solstice. So on these last few days of air, we have the youthful Gemini spirit still with us. The challenge, Page of Wands. Kind of feels, and it's a shepherd's purse. Kind of feels like we have this like enthusiasm to get something started and get something going. But in the challenge position, it's like there might be a delay or like a not yet, or maybe we're just thinking about what we want to do, but we're not acting on it. Maybe there's an external cause of delay, like we're waiting for other people to get on board, or maybe there's an internal cause of delay where we're hesitating or we're procrastinating or we're doubting or we're like, I really want to get this started. I have this like fire in me to like ignite something new, but I'm not doing it yet, There's something very new about the project that is being started. Maybe there's like a big learning curve, or there's materials you have to acquire to do it. But for some reason, this Page of Wands, who has all this fiery energy to do stuff, is in this challenge position of it's not happening yet. And you know what, right now Mars is in Aries too. It is a really great time to start new stuff in general. So opportunity. The opportunity is the Hermit. That's a major arcana card. This is actually why I resonated with this deck in the first place, and why I got this deck is because the Hermit is licorice root, licorice, the plant licorice. And for a long time, I would sit to meditate with a cup of licorice root tea. And I was like, how did this, and I came across this deck at a dance. Someone had it spread out, and this was the card I pulled, the Hermit, licorice. And that morning, I had sat with a cup of licorice tea and meditated. And I was like, how did this deck know that, to associate licorice with the Hermit? Like, wouldn't have occurred to me conceptually, but it just so happened that every morning I would sit to meditate with licorice tea. So the opportunity is kind of inward. It's kind of self-reflective, with the Page of Swords and the Page of Wands. It's sort of like all these new ideas, new aspirations, new enthusiasm. And then the hermit is kind of taking all of this and stepping back and dropping in with my deeper self, my deeper truth. Yeah, who I really am, what life is, like, kind of getting existential with things. Like these Page of Swords and the Page of Wands are just the youthful enthusiasm for getting things off the ground. And then the Hermit is the wise old part of ourself saying, well, let's reflect, let's slow down, let's take this in. How deeply does this actually resonate with what I'm all about and with what existence is, and kind of gets existential with what could just be an inspirited, simple, light spirit, like lighthearted activity. The Hermit is kind of taking it all more seriously, and that's where the opportunity is in this spread. The opportunity is to take the space to have like maybe this last weekend of winter. I know it's already spring, but the contrast between the end of spring and summer isn't that big of a contrast. But if you call, if up into this threshold it's going to not be summer yet, maybe we could just take these last few days of inward time before the longest day of the year. Not a great metaphor, but the idea is, it's kind of a personal winter for the weekend in a way. So the growth is to be had for the Knight of Cups. Sarsaparilla. The growth to be had is, in clarifying what it is that we want. The Page of Swords is us with our ideas coming out the wazoo. We've got lists of ideas and new things we want to do, and the Page of Wands is the feeling of passion and excitement and wanting to get it all going. The Hermit is taking it within myself, sitting with it. Let me sit with that and really feel into it. Let me just really drop in and before I proceed. And then the Knight of Cups is making sure that we're really in alignment with our cups, our water, our heart's truth, our heart's desire, and when we're going to head in the direction of our cups, of our true, what really truly feels right for us. So what's really interesting, and this is going to be reversed because that's how my camera is that both the Page of Wands and the Hermit are hooded beings with their backs to us, kind of looking to the right. The Knight of Cups is looking to the right in profile. So you're going to see this. You're going to see this backwards. And it's kind of like these are both looking inward in the direction that we want to go in, with those two hooded beings looking towards the Knight. It's like we're looking kind of inward, self-reflecting, in this hooded internal place. And then the Knight of Cups is, we can see his face and we can see the direction, gender neutral. We can see their face and we can see the direction that they're headed in. And so we're kind of in this internal, reflective, pausing phase before we put those ideas into action. Even though we have the enthusiasm and the excitement, we're pausing, returning inward before we're sure what our heart wants and go in that direction. Energy surrounding us, we may not be aware of it. This is fun. Another major arcana card, the Lovers. So the Lovers is Gemini also. So there's like another, just overall echoing the Page of Swords, just this air theme of duality, multiplicity, and it's parsley, which I think is funny. And I'm pretty sure it's parsley because parsley is an emmenagogue. If you know the song Parsley, Sage, Rosemary, and Thyme, those are they are abortives. So it's funny that was the herb chosen for the Lovers. And I mean, of course, there's the archetype of the Lovers also, of like partnership, the energy surrounding you may not be aware of it. Like maybe this weekend is the inward preparation for what's going to be pointing towards the sun coming out of the clouds, also that summer solstice of partying and love and the romance of the sun, the adoration of our sun. Yeah, so overall energy of these last few days of just the Gemini playfulness and going towards summer solstice, we might emerge out of the hermit. Right now, the opportunity is the hermit. Energy surrounding you may not be aware of it. It's in preparation. The Knight of Cups also is looking towards the lover, where we are in alignment with ourselves also. The lovers, it could be an external harmonic, or it could be an internal harmonic where I'm feeling a resonance within myself. I'm feeling a balance within myself. Whereas maybe right now or this weekend, I have to think something through before acting on it. It's all about alignment. The guidance is the Six of Swords, which is interesting. Vivarian. And the Six of Swords is kind of saying, like, maybe this has been a rough Gemini season. Maybe there's been, like, too much on your mind, too much to get done, too much to do, too many scattered directions, all pulling at you, too many ideas, or just, like, just turmoil, conflict, and now it's time to focus on where you want to go, where there's smoother sailing. Where are you headed towards harmony and balance? At the bottom of the deck is plantain, justice, smoothing everything over and ultimately illuminating and validating what's been true all along. And maybe that's offering validation to what you've been sensing or something like that, where the work that you've done bears fruit in some way. Overall, looks like a kind of introspective weekend in preparation for the summer season change and coming into a more clear sense of what I want to do with all these different ideas and passions that I've had during Gemini season, moving towards which I want to put into action. Which of these ideas is bringing me into greater peace with the Six of Swords, bringing me into better peace, harmony, and a place where I can just feel good within myself. Not so scattered and not doing what other people want, but just like a place where I can find peace and harmony and balance and a sense of home within myself. What feels, so like I guess some guiding questions could be for this hermit would just be like, what is my truth? What is really sustainable within me? What is going to persist? What isn't just a fleeting idea that I have for a minute? What do I actually really want? What aligns with my value system? What aligns with something for me in the long term? What aligns with my life story, my life path, my values, my ideals, my sense of what truth is, my deeper sense of purpose and mystery and awe and wonder and magic. And going towards that one, that's clear. So I hope you've had fun exploring this new tarot deck with me. You can check out my website, lucidreflections.weebly.com, and ask me if you'd like a reading for fun or an astrology reading. See you next time.